What's up everyone and welcome back to the AG Chelsea TV. Today let's get started with Caicedo wanted to quit Premier League before Chelsea move. Chelsea midfielder Caicedo, 22, has revealed that he was stuck in a hotel for 10 days during a COVID lockdown after first joining Brighton in January 2021. Ecuador international Caicedo admitted that he found the weather, food, and time zone so different that he called his parents begging to go home, but they persuaded the World Cup star to stay at Brighton, and less than 2 years later he joined Chelsea for £100 million with £15 million worth of add-ons in one of last summer's biggest transfer deals. Caicedo told the Chelsea website, "It was really tough, because I came here on my own, without my family. I didn't know English, it was a different time zone, different food. The weather is so different. It was really tough for me. I came here when COVID was blowing up, and before I could go out in England I had to stay for 10 days in a hotel. I didn't meet my teammates. I cried every day in that hotel. I called my mum and dad and told them I wanted to come back to Ecuador because everything was so different and I didn't want to be here. They said, 'Son, you have to be strong. This is your dream. You prayed for this. So keep strong, keep praying, because God is everything in our life.' So, I started to do that. Every day, I kept praying and I started to feel better and better. Now I'm here at Chelsea, enjoying every game. It's great to be here, to be part of this amazing club." Caicedo spent his first few months at Brighton, was loaned to Belgian club Beerschot for 6 months and then returned to the Amex where he established himself as one of the Premier League's most sought-after midfielders. Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea all tried to sign him, but he always wanted to move to Stamford Bridge as he grew up idolising Claude Makélélé and N'Golo Kanté. Caicedo has now set his sights on being as successful as his two midfield heroes as he looks to help Chelsea regain success under Mauricio Pochettino. Chelsea switch focus after missing out on one of the best young players in the world. Nizar Kinsella has a column today about Corinthians midfielder Gabriel Moscardo. He looked set for Chelsea, but PSG have made a late swoop and now look set to secure his signing in January after the Brazilian youngster had some late trepidation from Moscardo about the amount of competition he'd face for minutes at Chelsea. "With all 7 of our international loan slots filled, it was very tough to offer him a tempting career path here." Kinsella says that Chelsea regard him as among the best young players in the world in his position. Well, if that's the case, they should have prioritized him ahead of Cesar Casadei, Andre Santos, Romeo Lavia, Leslie Ugarte, Carney Chukwuemeka, and all the other players they've bought in that position in the last 18 months. Instead, Moscardo looks set for Paris, and Chelsea will be forced to reconsider their strategy. Kinsella says the Blues are switching focus to a potential striker signing in January. "That would certainly improve us, but only if we find the right player." Thiago Silva claims Chelsea have a 23-year-old with a seriously big future. Chelsea's Thiago Silva has played alongside some of the very best during a long and illustrious career, so when he praises an individual you stand up and take notice. Thiago Silva, 39, has now paid a huge tribute to one Chelsea teammate, Reece James. The defenders were part of a Blues side that crumbled to a 4-1 Premier League defeat away to Newcastle United last weekend, but there's no doubting they're two of the very best players in the squad at Stamford Bridge. Silva has delivered a glowing verdict on his 23-year-old Chelsea teammate. Interestingly, his predicted big thing for James' career in the future: "I have a really good relationship with Reece James. He's a really good captain and he has a big future because he's a really good listener." Silva aided via Chelsea's official website, "It's my job to be a bit of a sounding board now. It's hard because sometimes the players are very different in age to myself. What we want to do is speed up the process of understanding, and I think the players we have here are generally good at that." If you look at the Chelsea project, the club are certainly banking on some of their very young players developing into future superstars. Remarkably, James is one of the older and more experienced members around the dressing room. The level of performances in a Chelsea shirt from James in recent years certainly suggests he can go to the very top in terms of the world's elite defenders. Admittedly, he needs to beat these repeated injuries to strengthen his case. Give Me Sport recently reported that Chelsea have no interest in discussing James' sale right now amid interest from Manchester City. "I hope that the right-back's future is firmly cemented at Stamford Bridge, where he's so influential on and off the pitch for Mauricio Pochettino's side." Thiago Silva returning to PSG. Chelsea defender Thiago Silva may well be coming towards the end of his time at Stamford Bridge, and perhaps even his playing career as a whole. Still, it doesn't seem like a potential return to his former club Paris Saint-Germain is on the cards for when his playing days come to an end, for a variety of reasons, according to Jonathan Johnson. Speaking exclusively to Court Offside for his daily briefing column, Johnson discussed Silva's exit from PSG and how it came about, which perhaps means a return to his former club isn't something that would be entirely straightforward. Although the veteran Brazilian defender will surely go down as a PSG legend, his sudden departure for Chelsea perhaps left a bit of a sour taste, even if some of the key figures at board level, such as Leonardo, are no longer at the Parc des Princes. For the time being, it's not even that clear if Silva will hang up his boots, with Johnson suggesting that the 39-year-old would probably play at least one season back in his native Brazil before moving into coaching or something similar for his post-playing career. Although he continues to play regularly for Chelsea, Thiago Silva's future remains under the spotlight as he heads towards the end of his contract. While he'll also turn 40 next season, Johnson wrote, Silva had some great years with PSG, which he looks back fondly on. But in terms of a possible return one day after retirement, I think one obstacle might be the manner of his departure. Of course, some of those involved in his departure are now gone, such as Leonardo, but it was still perhaps a surprisingly emotional exit. It came at an awkward time, of course, due to the impact of COVID on the football world. It was the same with Edinson Cavani at that time too, two immensely popular figures, two loyal and long-serving players, but who didn't get to say a proper goodbye. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.